Okay, so today we're taking a look at Jesus the Same, bass part for Jesus the Same. This song is pretty rhythmic and there's quite a lot of licks in it. The only part that is really chordy or that just really focuses more on chord changes is really the chorus. But there's just a few parts I want to focus on today. The first one of which is the intro. On the chord chart, take a look at intro 2. I just want to take a look at those notes and look at the rhythm. So first note is G sharp. And this riff, you can play it single notes or you can also play it in octaves. It doesn't really matter, just so long as you get the rhythm. So first note is G sharp. It's 4th fret on the E string. Next note would be an A natural. It's 5th fret on the E string. Next note would be a B, 2nd fret on the A string. C sharp, 4th fret on the A string. D sharp is a 6th fret on the A string. And then we end with an E that is 7th fret on the A string. So the bass player actually does this rhythm with octaves, and he's playing slat bass. You don't have to do the slap, even if you just wanted to pluck. Okay, that's completely acceptable. And then if the octaves are too hard, you can just do single notes, which would sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That's also a really acceptable approach to this song too. I don't care which one you choose to do. All I ask is that whichever one you do, make sure that you can do it well. There's no point in trying to play the slap part or the octaves if you can't do it clean. I would much rather you play this. If you could do that really well, then just do that. There's no reason why you should try to do the other things if you can't do it clean. So I just want to make that point. So that's what intro 2 looks like. The chorus is pretty self-explanatory. You just have to follow the keys on the choruses. The verses are pretty easy too. It's a real similar rhythm, or it actually is the same rhythm as the chord changes that we see in the intro. Okay. Same rhythm, it's just different notes. So just be aware of that for the verses. Verse 2 is really what I want to focus on for bass. In between chord changes, they add this little lick. And I just want to, it's not written, or actually it is written in the chord chart, but you kind of see it more as chords and not as the bass note. So the notes are F sharp, which is the 2nd fret on E, G sharp, which is the 4th fret on E, B, which is the 2nd fret on the A string, and C sharp, which is the 4th fret on the A string. So they do a hammer-on from F to G sharp. The hammer-on, you're just plucking once, and then your pinky or your ring finger will hammer on the next note. Okay? So you do that from F sharp to G sharp. then you pluck B, and then you pluck B again to a hammer-on on C sharp. So that lick sounds like this. I'll do it slowly. Okay, and that comes in right smack in the middle of verse 2. So they're playing verse 2, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Okay, so it comes in that space between E and the C sharp over A chord, which is what the piano is doing. We're playing a C sharp. There's a space in between there that they do that lick, and that's only for verse 2. Okay, and so another thing to point out is when they do it, they're ending on a C sharp, that hammer-on, but their next note for the chord progression is also a C sharp. So don't let that confuse you, like you just ended it and you got to be changing to a different note. You end it, and you just continue from C sharp. Okay, and then at the end of verse 2, it ends really similar to the first verse, except that they add this little tag that I want to play through it. It's not hard. I just want to play through it because it comes up again later in the song. So it goes from an A minor to D over F sharp. So our note is an F sharp, to D to B. So the rhythm is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I just wanted to point that part out because, like I said, it does come up again later on in the song. All right, so scrolling down to page 2, I want to take a look at the bridge. There isn't a whole lot written in the chord chart for the bass for bridge. They don't have the riff written in there because it's just a chord chart. It isn't tablature or it isn't written music. But this is what it looks like. Okay. So we're hammering on from D to E on the A string, which is 5th fret to 7th fret. And then we play an open E. Okay, and then you do that pattern again. So it's the second time you do the pattern, you hit the E twice. And then you hang on the E from a hammer-on. So the first part looks like this. Okay. Then the next part is almost exactly the same thing, but instead of hanging on the end on an E, we're going to go up a string. And we're going to hang on a G. Or I'm sorry, that's actually an A. But it's a grace note from G to A on the D string, which is 5th fret to 7th fret. So it's almost the same exact fingering, it's just different notes. Okay? So that's what the main lick of the bridge looks like. The first time they do the bridge instrumental, they just do that sequence 2 times in a row. So there's a bridge 1 and a bridge 2. That's the instrumental bridge, and it's also how you play bridge 2. Bridge 1, they just add this little tag, and it's a walk down from E to D sharp to D to C sharp. And so if we're going on the A string, that's 7th fret, 6th fret, 5th fret, and 4th fret. So they go, and then they hit 2 notes. It's going to be an A, 5th fret E string to 1st fret E string, which is an F. So the little lick sounds like this. All right, so bridge 2 sounds this way. I'm sorry, this would be bridge 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, and so that would alternate between bridge 1 and bridge 2. Bridge 2 again is, we played exactly like we would play the instrumental bridge. Okay, and the last time that we play the bridge, we're going to do that little tag. But then this is where the ending of verse 2 comes in. It's like they combined endings. They combined the ending from bridge 1 with the ending to verse 2. Okay, and again, that's the A, F sharp, D, B. So the last bridge sounds like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, and then I just want to explain the last part going into the chorus coming out of the bridge. So we just played that lick. Jesus, Jesus the same. Okay, they're going to go into a chorus, and we're just going to hit a C sharp and kind of slide down. You could do it here just to get a little bit better slide, longer distance. Jesus the same. Okay, and it's on the word same. So if you know the rhythm of the lyrics, Jesus the same. Okay, and then so they go in singing the rest of the chorus. Jesus the same, yesterday, today, and forevermore. No other name that can save, deliver, and restore. Okay, so there's that little added part that I just showed you. It starts on a G sharp, 4th fret of the E string, and then it's going to play an open E. Then we go up to A, which is the 5th fret of the E string. Then we're going to play a G on the 3rd fret of the E string. Then we play a D on the A string, which is the 5th fret. Then a C, 3rd fret of the A string. So it goes. I'll do that one more time. And the rhythm of that line actually fits the rhythm of the lyrics. So it's really important to know just kind of how the lyrics are, how they kind of fit rhythmically, so that you can match it with your bass line, your bass notes there. So again, they sing, Jesus the same, yesterday, today, and forevermore. No other name that can save, deliver, and restore. Okay, and then you know that part in the chorus where it goes D, D sharp, E, and And then we just play the chorus just like we normally would. Oh, Jesus, the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. Jesus. Okay, then it would it would go into intro 2, which is actually the outro, and that's how they end the song. I hope all of this made sense. If I move through it kind of quick, just go back and pause and try to get through this kind of slowly. I didn't go over the whole song because I didn't think it was necessary. A lot of the song is self-explanatory. You just got to follow the chord chart. But there are those couple of licks that I went through that the chord chart won't really explain. So I hope this was helpful. Go ahead and go through it slowly if you can. And thanks for watching. Bye.